Man, as a Hispanic woman, I do apologize. Found it incredibly cheap, and I don't appreciate the fact that they do this in the name of a certain someone, and it's the worst movie possible. Okay, I'm gonna start with the positives. And yes, there are some positives in the movie, okay? So for the first 30 minutes of this movie, they were fine. They were doing basically what a remake is supposed to be doing, which is adding more depth to character, maybe fixing a plot hole or two, yada yada. It started out like that. And then it just went downhill and there was just no stopping. It was unbelievable how worse and worse it just kept getting. Granted, I am not the target audience for this movie, okay? I like Silence of the Lambs, you know? Like, give me those movies versus a musical. I would much rather watch a murder thriller movie than something like this. I am not the target audience, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't think children are gonna really like this movie either. I'm gonna say this first of all, Gal Gadot looks amazing. She's absolutely gorgeous, which is a problem because, you know, she's supposed to be incredibly envious and jealous of Rachel Zegler. That honestly looks more like Lord Farquaad than an actual princess. Mind the animation of the animals. I didn't mind the over-exaggerated eyes and ears. I actually thought they looked better that way. I don't know if that's just me. It didn't bother me as much. Whistle While You Work. That was probably the best song in the entire movie. I'm not gonna lie. It was actually kind of catchy, but that was it. Other than that, guys, oh boy, I'm just gonna go down a list. And yes, I have a list. Number one thing, the costumes look incredibly cheap. Yes, they look like something I can go to Party City and get. It was just ugly looking. Also the CGI, I don't know what it was. The CGI was blurry. Like it had the snapshot filter where it makes the whole like edges of your screen blurry and then the center really nice and clear. It was very weird. And I also don't appreciate how this movie was shot. It was shot in one spot, like in a stage, and everything else around it was fake. I don't know how else to describe it. That's just what it felt like. The editing was also very funky. There was also a couple areas that looked very like comped in. I don't know. There was some funkiness going on, especially during the celebration between the magical creatures and the dwarves. Oh yeah, the magical creatures are in this movie, guys. They did not take them out. They're in this movie for like Act 2, and then they reappear in Act 3. But you don't know who these people are, and yet Snow White acts as if she knows these people. It's like, who are you? We just met you. We don't know your name. And Snow White is like holding hands with them. It's like, oh my God, we're such friends. It's like, what? The dwarves are nightmarish looking. What in the world happened? Honestly, like it just looked awful. It looked awful. And yes, I am aware of the whole controversy between the dwarves. I absolutely agree. Disney messed up in this occasion. I don't like that they made them CGI. There's just a lot of things that everything just looks so cheap. Everything looks fake, even from the jewels. The jewels that the queen has, they look and sound fake. Her crown looks like something that I can go to Goodwill and get. Her dress looks ill-fitted and needs another fitting, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sorry, no matter how much clothing you put on Gal Gadot, it does not hide the fact as to how freaking gorgeous she is, which also does not make sense in the context of the movie. Being kind and fair, yes, did the actors portray that in the movie? Absolutely. But unfortunately, it doesn't help that we know that the actress is kind of stuck up, kind of a full-blown stick up her boot and coming out her mouth. Like, I'm not even playing. She just comes off as so rude, condescending, entitled. And when she does a role like this, I just don't buy it. Her running her mouth in front of cameras did not help this movie at all. And yes, I am aware of the comments that she made. Also, the character, the Hunter, was completely ruined in this movie. Hunter in this movie was sent to, you know, off Snow White, and then he was like, oh, never mind, you're very kind and I'm gonna let you go. And then he goes back to the queen, which he knows she's going to find out, gets arrested, but the queen doesn't kill him. Scene where in the original she cleans up the house in order for the dwarves to let her stay in the house. That doesn't happen in this movie. She has them clean their own house while singing about it. And that was about it. Also, Dopey is given a lot of character development in this movie. Why? And also when, spoiler, I guess, they started speaking. Really? That took me off. It sounded so weird. It sounded so off. I hated it. I hated it. And people actually started laughing at that in the theater. The 6 people that were there. Off, very entitled. Basically, she says that, oh, her kingdom is suffering, so her idea is to basically go and say, just let them eat cake. Basically, let's bake a bunch of apple pies and the empire will do better. It's like, what? The love between her and the, well, it's not a prince anymore, it's a bandit. Glass casket, or yeah, that the dwarves built for her body is not in this movie. When she eats the poison apple, they just put her on a rock. Disney couldn't even do that. They couldn't even do the casket, huh? And of course she wakes up, goes back to her kingdom, has a girl boss moment, and then she regains the kingdom. How? By Gal Gadot offing herself. Which makes no sense. It was her thingamajig at the mirror, and then she turns to like stone, and then she's sucked into the mirror, and then the mirror comes back again, which is like, what? What? In the original, I don't know if I remember this correctly, but in the original, she was like, didn't the dwarves have something to do with that? Like she fell off a cliff, or a bunch of rocks landed on her. I don't know, it made more sense than this. I did walk out for the last 5 minutes of this movie. I think it was the wedding that I missed. I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I just wanted to go home and take a bath and just wash off all the Disney jitters away from me. It was such a mess of a movie. It's just, it's who is this for? Honestly, I didn't like it. I don't know if kids are gonna like it. There's nothing really memorable about it. I'm going to forget about this movie in a couple of weeks, believe that. And yeah, it's like, I just don't know what Disney's doing anymore, but whatever they're doing needs to stop. Really needs to stop. Yeah, I'm gonna give this movie a 3 out of 10, guys. 3 out of 10. And that's me being very generous, because again, Rachel Zegler did a good job acting. It's just that since we know who she is outside of the movie, it was very hard for me to believe that she was a nice person. It's really not impressed. I hope this movie bombs in the box office, just out of spite, honestly, because I saw this in IMAX and I'm pissed now. And yeah, 3 out of 10, don't recommend. See y'all later.